Hi, welcome to Alter My Closet. I'm Jennifer. Hope you guys are all doing well. So today, first of all, I apologize for that last video that I made. That was probably the worst video and I believe the best content. But the camera just started messing up and I really wanted to post it. I worked hard on that video too. But don't be surprised if I do, make some addition to that video because I like the content a lot. As you can see, my background is with one of the pieces that I made from the last video that I did where I spoke about making this outfit over 25 years ago, and I did get somewhere from this outfit, but I restored it. You'd say I did say in the video I reinvented it, but I actually restored the garment, and it's good to go right now. So when I do wear it, hopefully maybe this Sunday going to church, I'm gonna match it with this pocketbook here and these shoes, being that it is the summertime, I'm gonna be styling it with these shoes. This is the heel here. Hopefully it will be somewhat of a comfortable wear. Haven't worn this in a long time, but they are some good pair of naturalizer shoes. Yeah, so of course I will be taking my flats with me. But yeah, so today, I did mention that maybe vintage is the way that I'll be going, and I wanted to show some outfits that I have had since my New York days. Some of them, let's see. Yeah, I'm thinking some of them are missing the bottoms, but I do know where one of the bottoms are, and I could show it possibly in this video. But today's video's title, I'm thinking of it now before I even post it, is vintage or not, right? So like I said, I've had these outfits over 20 years for sure. So when I looked up, what vintage really is some time ago, I thinking they said something about, I don't know why I'm thinking 18 years or more or something like that. I'm not sure if that's what it is or if it's the style of the clothing or what it is, but you guys can comment and let me know. So to start, I am going to point this one out that's on this mannequin here. I was trying to put the skirt over the mannequin, but the mannequin top is too wide, so the skirt would not go over it. So this outfit, this is a Victor Costa. Okay. And I've had this, my goodness, going back for a long time. The first time I wore this was to my boss's daughter's bat mitzvah in New York. They're Jewish, of course. And so this was an outfit that I purchased from a boutique somewhere in New York, downtown Brooklyn somewhere. And so I still have this piece. Don't laugh at me, guys. I am someone who will, not wear my clothes out. But there's some clothes that I'll wear over and over and over again. And I think that happens to, others as well. Wearing the same thing over and over again and keep the ones that you like really, really love. So I love this piece. It is a skirt, skirt suit. You know, has a little split there in the back with the lining on the inside here. You know, so it is showing kind of beige in the camera, but it's more of a pinkish peachy color. But a very beautiful outfit, trimmed with, you know, these butterflies here. And I just, like I said, love this. So I haven't worn this in possibly over 20 years. Why do I still have it? I could probably still fit in it. I know at one point, oh, look at this nice detail right here with the split on the sleeve. Yeah, I know at one point it got to be tight because it is a size 10. And now I may be fitting a 10. So just depending on the occasion, you know, more, I don't know if, I don't know if these things are still being worn. For me, it's like, where would I wear it to? You know, maybe a church event, a wedding or something. But now I'm dressing a little more relaxed. You know, this is more like a, you know, Miss Prim, let me sit here and now I love white flowy stuff, you know, so hey, that's just one of those things that, you know, as you age, you know, you get different taste, different flavor, I believe. So yeah, this here, I will have to consider it, but I don't want to get rid of it. So that's my first. That's my first outfit. This jacket here, and I know this is not the time for it, but this is another one that I bought years ago. Now it is pleather, but it is one of those good pleather. It's not the one that you know, like breaks and or melts under pressure or weather and stuff like that. So, like I said, I've had this for so long, and the detail and the, you know, the make of it is just so beautiful. Um, and it can be used as a raincoat as well, you know. So just depends on the weather and where I'm going. Has some nice pockets here, but also over 20 years old. So let me know if this is vintage or not. Okay, so that's two outfits that you know, I wanted to know, you know, from others, vintage or not vintage. Okay, the next outfit is this, and yeah, these used to be the in thing. So I remember buying this. They used to have some wholesale stores in New York. You know, if you buy like three or something like that, you know, you get a discount or something like that. But yeah, I love the color on this, and this just goes to show this Larry Levine suits. This has been around for a long time. This has a nice, you know, sleeve here, and you can tell these are some buttons that goes way back. Love the sleeve on this. This is also lined. And I remember I used to sweat when I wore these, you know, just depending on, you know, where I was at the time. The pants. And I just believe that these are just some good makeup clothes because the buttons are still on, you know. Just really nice, lined. And I love the color on this one. So that's why I still have this one, because I just think it is a nice color. And just depending on where I'm going. And I'm wondering if I remove the lining, because the lining on these kind of hold the fabric together. So I'm going to test it and see if I remove the lining, if, it will still hold up. So that's outfit number 2. I don't know if you guys noticed the cut on here, with with the way this dart is. It's not straight, it's like curved. So that's a nice detail to this suit. And this one was also a pantsuit. I'm not sure if I gave the pants away or if it's somewhere here. Can't remember. But see the sheen on this. And it's funny because I held on to this, and I wore it to a wedding when I was in Atlanta. This was probably about maybe over 8-9 years ago. I wore this to a wedding, and funny enough, I felt old when I wore it, but I got a compliment on it, so it was probably the sheen in the outfit, that led me to get that compliment. So don't laugh. Woohoo! I bought this. You can tell how old this is. It has shoulder pads and everything, guys. It's still new. Over 20 years. Okay? So I did end up, I think I wore it one time for Black History Month, I believe. So this is a whole set, has a skirt to match. And I know where the skirt is, but it's buried with stuff, so I couldn't I didn't want to be bothered with moving all that stuff. But when I wore it, I didn't wear it with the skirt, because the skirt is a big, wide, roomy thing that they just stitch together and run a string through. And that's why it's buried, because I do want to alter it and make it a little more narrow, more flattering. But this, I think I wore it with some other pants that were tapered at the ankles. So it looked better with that, look. So with the skirt, I, like I said, want to at least make it more, more narrow on the, the thighs here coming down. But yeah, guys, so it is a 3-piece. And that's the top. And the jacket. And, it's funny because I remember the store that I went to in New York. I bought something, and I think something went wrong with the garment. And when I went back to exchange it, they said no refund. I had to take something, so I ended up taking this. And I thought about it at the time, like, I think it will come in handy someday. But honestly, guys, really only wore it one time. But I do like the detail on it. It's trimmed with gold embroidery kind of stuff. And as you can see, the sleeve here. So I'm gonna keep it. The next thing is this. I love this, and that's why I still have it. I love the detail on it. I love the, the blue flowery or leaves or palm design on there. And it is more of a, I think they call this color mauve, than it looks here in the camera, right? It's like a lap over thing that you tie. And this came with the pants also. And I believe I probably gave the pants away or donated the pants or something, because the pants was just this plain color. And wearing the whole thing to me was outdated, you know, back when I thought about it. So, yeah, I can always wear this with some white and dress this up a little bit. But over 20 years also. So let me know what you think. This one, it is lined, but it's a very thin lining. It's not heavy. The fabric itself here, this garment itself is not heavy. So, okay, and the way they lined it, the sleeve is not lined. So it stops right there at the sleeve. But very nice. And I think they do that just to, you know, give the garment a kind of a, you know, where it doesn't droop. It kind of stands up and have some shape to it. So that's one other. Then I have these two pieces way back when. Never wore it. And I have this. And this is what do they call these again? I know they have a name for them with the short, how short it is. But it's a cardigan type thing. And it has the sequins on there. I've never worn it. I tried it on to go places, but just never ended up never wearing them. Why I still have them, I just don't think that I am over them. So that's why I still have them. But I think they go well together, just to find the right occasion and the right finished look to go together, to put it together. So I love those as well. My last piece, guys. I wore this one time in over 20 years. Once. And that was to my grandson. Just last year in 2024 was the first time I wore it out the house. I always tried it on to go places and never wore it. So my grandson graduated from high school last year, and they were saying that it was a kind of dressy occasion. They were going to have a little, gala thing for the high school graduates. But yeah, I was overdressed in this. But it made history because it was first worn at my grandson's graduation function. It's heavy. I was even thinking that the fabric would disintegrate, just from the length of time that I had it. But this is such a gorgeous piece. And it would be nice with some plain beigey looking pants, but it would have to be dressy. Yeah, I think I wore it with some beige. They were almost capris and they had some gold shimmer in it. And it came together nicely. But look at the detail on that. Very nice. So, that finishes, for now, some of the things that I found that I consider vintage for me. Let me know in the comments what you guys think, if it's vintage, and what you would keep and what you'd be like, oh, please get rid of that. But yeah, for right now, I'm gonna hold on to them and restore them or recreate them some kind of way, or bring life to them, something, right? But thank you guys for watching, and I am looking forward to your comment, and you will see me on the next video. Bye.